So you see a lot of people talking about selling on Amazon, making a store, selling the products, e-commerce, all that stuff, right? And Amazon's one of the biggest ones. So let's talk about it. Like, is it worth it? Is it good? Is it bad? Like, what's going on there, right? Because there's always been a required cost to sell on Amazon, right? And the logical question anytime you're presented with business expenses like this is to evaluate the situation and ask, is it is it worth it? Like, is selling on Amazon worth it? And to answer that, the question depends on much more on you than it does Amazon. If your business is set up in a way that works with the unique Amazon process and you have strategies in place that are going to allow you to thrive on that platform, yeah, it's probably way worth it. 110%, let's go. But if your business model isn't compatible with Amazon, or maybe you find the fees keep stacking up, your results are going to be maybe a little off, maybe not what you expected. In fact, after a few months of trying, you might look at other entrepreneurs and ask, man, how are you making money selling on Amazon? Right? Because I'm sure you've seen some of the numbers. So, the secret to success on Amazon, it's knowledge. So, I want to talk about some stuff to introduce the different ways that you can sell on the platform and advanced strategies for kind of maximizing those profits, right? Take those profits and just make them a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So, what we need to realize first off is Amazon's not just another e-commerce platform, right? You need to start by looking at what makes Amazon different from every other platform on earth. First, it's the only one we can think of that's named after a rainforest, right? More importantly, it towers over the competition. Towers over the competition. There are statistics that we're about to talk about, and hopefully they help you realize the scale, right? More than 300 million active customers use Amazon in 180 countries. Third-party sales are growing 52% year over year. There are more than 150 million Amazon Prime members. Amazon's app is twice as popular as Walmart's second-ranked mobile shopping app. 89% of online shoppers say they're most likely to buy from Amazon. America's small and medium-sized businesses sell about 4,000 items a minute on Amazon. As you can imagine, there are business owners around the world lining up to sell on Amazon. In fact, there are almost 2 million sellers currently enrolled. And I'm sure, as you can imagine, there's a lot more on the way. The fact that you'll be bumping elbows with millions of rival sellers on Amazon, it's certainly a relevant factor. Competition is fierce, right? So it's never enough to simply be adequate. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you'll need to have a plan and then effectively execute that plan. Okay, so then what are the pros and cons? Like, what are we talking about here? You know, we know that Amazon is the king of unlocking mass markets, but we need to talk about the pluses and the minuses. So let's start off with the pros. Prime members, right? Access to 150 million loyal Prime members that will instinctively order on Amazon. Amazon FBA. The fulfillment by Amazon takes out the pains of logistics, stocking, and shipping. And then there's untapped potential. Amazon isn't going away anytime soon. The more Amazon grows, so too will your opportunities. And then consumer expectation. Consumers are going to assume your products are on Amazon as much as they'd assume you're on Instagram. So, as everything, if there's pros, there's cons. So, the cons: independence. By selling on Amazon, you're relinquishing a level of control over your products, the packaging, and processing, especially if you're an FBA seller. Then there's the competition. You're not only competing with sellers in your category, but you're also at the beck and call of Amazon's algorithm. Well, then there's the social shift. Jeff Bezos' obsession with space and concerns about Amazon warehouse working conditions have shifted the public's love affair with the Smile Company. If your brand is centered around ethical practices, selling on Amazon could hurt your social proof. Then there's high rates of, return. Amazon business model made returning products so easy that you might see a higher return rate of products sold on Amazon, right? Rather than, if you were selling them yourself. And then all the fees, right? We're going to talk about all the fees and stuff like that for utilizing Amazon FBA, right? So then let's just go ahead and jump into that. Like, should you pay Amazon FBA fees? Should you not pay FBA Amazon fees? A lot of times people hear fees and they're like, I'm out. But there are many different ways you can approach your Amazon sales operation, but they can boil down to two categories: either fulfillment by merchant, FBM, or fulfillment by Amazon, FBA. Now, if you take the, fulfillment by merchant route, you'll handle things just as you would if you were selling on your own website. This means that you're in charge of maintaining an inventory and then shipping products to customers when they make purchases. The second option is to be an Amazon FBA seller, which means that all you need to do is send your products to Amazon. Once these shipments have been received, Amazon will take it from there, handling inventory management and shipment to customers. Now, it's important to point out that while Amazon FBA shares characteristics with the traditional dropship model, there are crucial differences. An example: with dropshipping, you never touch the product. It stays in the dropshipper's warehouse until a purchase is made and the product is shipped to the customer. With Amazon FBA, you are responsible for getting the product. As the owner of the product, it's your duty to send it to Amazon so they can handle all of the back-end functions that occur after a purchase has been made. So then you might be thinking to yourself, okay, there's all these, everything going on here. Would that make Amazon FBA worth it? And that really depends on whether or not you can reliably deliver a great product to Amazon that will consistently sell. When your products are moving off the shelves at a good pace, you'll only need to worry about the monthly inventory storage fees, fulfillment fees, and returns processing fees. This means the cost to sell on Amazon is quite low given the opportunity you're getting to list your products on the largest e-commerce site on the planet. Now, the other three fees, long-term storage fees, removal and disposal fees, and unplanned service fees, only come into play when your sales lag or your operations aren't running smoothly. But we all know that running a small business is full of unpredictable obstacles. So you can't necessarily assume that you'll never run into these additional fees. Okay, so is selling on Amazon worth it? Well, let's review some of the stuff, we've talked about. Access to an international audience on an astoundingly massive scale. The seller resources and support. It's a pre-built platform to sell from. The reputation bolstered by Amazon's name. If you sign up with Amazon FBA, you'll likely see these additional benefits such as more sales via Amazon Prime, Amazon Super Saver shipping, no need to carry stock, no need to ship to customers. The amount of time and energy you'll save can more than make up for the Amazon FBA fees. But it would be overzealous of us to recommend, Amazon FBA to everyone. So like we talked about earlier, this kind of program only works if it aligns with your business model and you use strategies to keep your costs down. Now, this scaled approach is essential to your success on Amazon. By adding products, watching the results, and then making individual decisions on how to handle fulfillment in the future, you'll fine-tune your business operations and avoid major missteps. So, maybe Amazon is worth it for you. Whether you go FBA, FBM, maybe however you want to do it, it could be the right option for you, right? So it comes down to, again, if it aligns with how, you want to run your business. If it aligns pretty well and all the processes and everything fall into place, go for it. It'll probably be a great experience for you. But if not, it might be really difficult and it might not be something worth you spending your time on. So do the research. Everyone's different. And hopefully you're going to come to a conclusion where you decide, yeah, this is going to be a great hit. Now, keep in mind, there is a good chance to make a lot of money, and there's a good chance to lose a lot of money, just like any other business, right? There's no guarantee. So do your research and be safe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you did. But until I see you guys in the next one, y'all be safe.